Hello, I am Dave, and I am going to do a few videos on taking care of crested gecko. There are a lot of people out there who want to start buying crested gecko, looking after them, keeping them as pets, and I'm going to do a series of videos showing you what you will need and how to look after them, and what kind of pets they are. So, first things first, before you buy a crested gecko, you will need to buy a tank, much like this one here. This is a pretty small tank, and the main reason I've got this one is for babies. Okay, so baby Cresties are actually in this. Now, with your tank you will need a light source. In my case, for the baby tank, I have two. I have a daytime lamp, which is this one here, and then I have a nighttime lamp, which is this one. This one puts out sort of minor UV light, which allows me to see what's going on in the tank, and it shouldn't disturb their nocturnal habitats. Now, on the side you will see this black thing here. This is a heat mat. I will recommend this just because you'll need to keep the tank at a decent temperature. These guys aren't, shall I say, they're not desert animals. They can survive at room temperature, which in Britain is about 24 to 26. America, I'm sorry, I don't know, but this will make sure that the temperature doesn't drop too much during the night, and that way if they do feel it cold, they should come over here. Now, Cresties enjoy their hiding, so what you'll need to do is buy some green like this. Now, this tank has only got one, and it's a pretty decent sort of sized one. This is a personal thing. Because there's babies in this tank, I want to make sure that they're developing properly, that they're not getting caught, their skin is shedding properly. And it's a thick one, which means they can hide in it really well and they feel comfortable. But I've only put one in, so that way I know where to look, so I'm not huffing puffing throughout the tank. Now, if I pull back this one, I should be able to show you my baby, who is not wanting to let go. I'll tell you what, I will show you her in a later episode. Now, to continue on with the tank, you will need a back. This is just polystyrene, and as you can see it looks like a rock surface, and that just means that the Crestie can climb it and run around on it and feel comfortable. Now, to make sure that the tank is at the right temperature, you will need one of these. This is a thermometer. As you can see, it does Fahrenheit and it does Celsius. I would recommend one of these. This is just a lid top from an old sweet jar, and what I do is every so often I'll put fish food and stuff on here, and that way the crickets can eat that. The crickets themselves grow healthy, and then as the gecko eats the crickets, it should be healthy. On top of that, you'll need one of these. This is a water dish. Pretty obvious what this is for. This is for water. However, crested gecko, you will also need a spray bottle. Now, I wouldn't pick anything fancy, just something that can spray plants. This is so that I would recommend 2-3 times a day spraying the tank. I tend to do it once when I get up, once after I come home from work, and once before I go to bed. This is because Cresties prefer to drink the water from the leaves and the background as opposed to a water dish. Now, this is for babies, which is really good and handy, but what happens when you have adults? Well, I will show you that too. Okay, this here is technically 2 adult tanks. You've got one at the top and one at the bottom. Now, the reason I've split it is because I've got 2 female and I have a male, and I don't want them being pregnant every month of the year, so I've split them up. Now, here is a different sort of type of thermometer. This is a digital one. As you can see, there's a wire running right round. That initially goes into in the end goes into a tank, and then it's got the sensor, and this puts out the readout. Here is your heat mat, again at the side of the tank. This is because Cresties like living up at the top of the tank as opposed to on the floor like other reptiles, so they won't benefit from the heat coming from the floor. Now, inside the tank, it is the same deal, just on a bigger scale. You've got your leaves here, your lush green moor over here, your climbing back, you've got your sticks, vines, whatever else. This tank actually looks a bit plain. I am going to get more for them to hide in. As you can see, carbuncle, as usual, is not the best of hiders. You can see here all this. See if I can show you my other gecko. Here you go. She doesn't like being disturbed too much, so I'm just going to put that back. Same again. At the bottom of the tank I have dehydrated cocoa fibre, coconut fibre even. This basically comes dehydrated in a brick. You put it in water, it soaks in the water, it then turns into a sort of soil, and you spread it on the bottom of your tank. Again, a dish for the crickets and their water tank. Same deal with these guys. They will prefer to drink the water from the leaves and surrounding area than go down to the ground and try and find it. Now, onto the third tank. Oh. This is the same deal again. Plenty of green for them to hide in. A vine at the back for them to climb. It goes along the side of the tank and into this. He's actually hiding in here. I've also got other things like roots, logs, another tub for cricket food, and a water dish. Now, if I pull this back, you should be able to see him right there. This is Ifre, he's my male. He is about 1.5 years, so he's a pretty decent size. Okay, again, each tank fitted to his own light source. And that is about it. If you have any questions or queries, please feel free to put them in the comments bar at the bottom. But until next time, I will catch you later. Bye bye.